LeBron James. LeBron
LeBron
James has
James.
been the talk of the town, man. LeBron stepped out there and opened up his own school. July 30th, LeBron James opened the I Promise School. And this school is a partnership between the LeBron James Family Foundation and the Akron Public Schools. $8 million school has opened with 240 at-risk third and fourth graders with plans to add grades each year until it houses first through eighth grade in 2022. Now, the thing that just really caught my attention when they first started, when word first got out about this school, is what LeBron was offering the students. Some of the things that a student attending this school they get free uniforms, transportation within 2 miles, breakfast, lunch, and snacks, a bike and helmet, free tuition to the University of Akron when they graduate from high school. And then he also went as far as to take care of the parents. They're giving them access to a food pantry and GED and job placement. So he kind of covered all of the bases and tried to remove any excuse for, students being able to come in, get the educational support that they would need to be successful in their lives. This is monumental. A lot of athletes and celebrities have done schools. They've done charter schools and private schools. But this one is different because this is a public school. So you don't have that whole little barrier with the charter schools and private schools and all that stuff. It's a legitimate public school for at-risk students.
For at-risk students, that means these are the bottom. These are considered the below or the bottom of the barrel kids that are below grade level at different subjects. Perhaps they are kids that are have discipline problems, but these are the ones that LeBron James felt like he wanted to impact. BG.
Yeah.
About 3 years ago, you and I did a podcast entitled Power Circle.
Right.
I recommend to the listeners to go back and listen to that podcast. What LeBron James is doing at this point is legendary. The moves that LeBron James are making off the court may be more impressive than the moves that he's made on the basketball court. And let's not forget the multiple NBA championship rings that he's had. LeBron James is someone that gets it. He's someone that I feel as though is the next gen. When you say next gen, that's a technology or consulting term, BG,
right,
for the future of where we're going when it comes to black leadership. We spoke about Urban League and Roland Martin. We spoke about these faith-based pastors. And we spoke about the things that they've tried to do and they've put on. But you just sit back and watch LeBron James and the calculated moves that he make. It seems as though he's playing chess and he's not one of the guys that are playing checkers. And I really feel like if these two groups that we spoke about earlier will humble themselves and watch the moves that a LeBron James is making with very little noise. He's not out there shouting in the streets. He's not out there trying to make it well known. He's just making moves. And when you can get to that point that LeBron James is making, we said this 3 years ago, and I'm gonna say it again. He's the next one. He is where we are headed when it comes to leadership. He's connected with the right people. He has the finances to back it up. He's not talking the talk. He's walking the walk. And anything that LeBron does moving forward, I will support. Any way that I can, it's almost to the point to where, you got these faith-based pastors talking about giving tithes and offering. I am the church. I should give my tithes and offering to support what LeBron doing. So LeBron, you tell me your next move, and my 10% will be spent on you because the moves that you making and the things that you are putting in place, I'm seeing them impact the community.
And that's what pisses people off so much. You talk about tithe and building funds and all this stuff that have been taken in a church years and years and years, and then it in turn it be the same church, don't nothing change, same program. You don't really see the fruits of it. But you're right, and this is more in alignment with what people want. They want to see that if they are investing in something, that it's doing what it sets out to do. Not always. I'm looking at this, and you talked about it being silent. I didn't know LeBron had a school in development. I didn't even know that this was in the making until the day that they announced that the school is open. And now I'm sure people in the area knew, but to your point, like it wasn't a whole lot being blasted out about him wanting to do a school or him being in process of opening a school. Unlike a lot of other entities where it's like, we're going to open the school, and now they got this whole push to open the school. What is it?
We tired of the talk.
Well, what is it? What is it? There have been other athletes. There have been athletes that have made marks in their individual sports at different points in time. What is it that has put LeBron in this position to want to do things like this, to really step out and have all of these extensions where he is, involving himself, in different areas of the culture? Like, what is it that has him programmed to do that?
Two things. Number one, he is learning from Jay-Z. He is learning from Magic Johnson. He has great mentors in place that have done the things that he's wanted, that he is now implementing. And what I mean by that is he can go talk to a Jay-Z, and a Jay-Z can pour on him some of the things that worked and didn't work. The second piece of that is his circle.
Yeah.
We spoke about the power circle. He has a group of guys that have become very intelligent in their various arenas. I'm telling you, this uninterrupted, this digital platform that they started, it's gonna do massive numbers. And the reason why it's gonna do massive numbers is because of the guys around it. And them figuring out who are the movers and the shakers in those industries and becoming experts in those industries. Yeah. He's sitting down with the Warren Buffetts of the world. He's sitting down with the Jay-Z's and the Magic Johnsons of the world. And he's strategically making the right moves. He's putting himself around the right people. And they're not, I don't see LeBron at the State of Black America. No, I don't see LeBron. And he basically said it in the interview he did with Don Lemon that he would never sit across from 45. The fact that LeBron James basically said he would never sit across the table from 45 makes he understands the power of his position. If you go back, he understands this. He gets it. If you go back, they said that during one of the playoff games a few years ago, the Undertaker, LeBron James was wearing an Undertaker shirt. He wore the Undertaker shirt going to, how they'll film him going to the locker room. Undertaker found out that LeBron had wore his shirt.
Yeah.
So the previous night, Undertaker came to
the following night. The following night.
You remember this?
Yeah.
The Undertaker came to the stadium to watch the game. After that, he wanted to go downstairs and he wanted to meet LeBron, and he was in his costume, and he wanted to take pictures. LeBron refused to come out because he understood that him taking that picture with Undertaker would empower Undertaker, and it would be a brand move for the Undertaker. So he refused to come out of the locker room to take the picture. He understood that his presence could be used against him as a weapon. Unfortunately, we got guys like Pastor John Gray, again, someone who I really, really, really like, and I was disheartened by his stance. But you got guys like that don't understand that when you become a public figure and when you get to a certain level, that you have to control the narrative. And controlling the narrative is more than your words. Controlling the narrative is also your presence.